In Dexter Resurrection, Leon Prater emerges as one of the most intriguing and unsettling characters to cross Dexter Morgan's path. Played by Peter Dinklage, Prater is a billionaire venture capitalist with a macabre hobby, curating a private, invitation-only dinner club for serial killers and collecting trophies from their crimes. He's not just fascinated by the darker side of humanity, he celebrates it. This combination of wealth, influence, and obsession makes him a unique presence in Dexter's world. But the key question is, does he actually fit Dexter's code, making him a justified target for Dexter's kill table? Dexter's code, crafted and drilled into him by his adoptive father Harry, has two primary rules: never get caught and only kill those who deserve it. This code gives Dexter a moral framework, however twisted, that separates him from being a purely indiscriminate killer. In Dexter's mind, it allows him to channel his homicidal urges into a form of vigilante justice. Leon Prater is not a conventional Dexter antagonist. He isn't a rival serial killer or a dangerous predator roaming Miami's streets. Instead, he's a wealthy, eccentric man whose fascination with killers borders on worship. He organizes gatherings where the most notorious murderers can network and swap stories, turning their deeds into an exclusive dinner conversation. He has also amassed a collection of crime memorabilia, including trophies linked to famous killers, and disturbingly, even items connected to Dexter's own past. Prater is essentially a cultural curator of murder. He doesn't get blood on his hands himself, but he enables a space in which those who do are honored, protected, and even inspired. In a sense, he is a facilitator, though not a participant. Dexter's code has a clear baseline. A person must have directly taken a life before they can be considered a target. In that regard, Leon Prater doesn't qualify. There's no evidence, either for Dexter or the audience, that Prater has killed anyone. He is obsessed with violence, but remains at a safe, clean distance from it. For Dexter, this presents a dilemma. If he killed Prater, he would be breaking his father's rules. That's not something Dexter does lightly. Harry's code isn't just about avoiding detection. It's the only thing that keeps Dexter from losing himself to chaos. Killing Prater without meeting the code's standards would put Dexter on a slippery slope, one that could unravel his self-control and expose him. While Prater might not meet the technical qualifications, his actions provoke a visceral reaction in Dexter. There's something deeply offensive about a man who turns murder into a kind of social spectacle, stripping away its moral weight. Dexter sees killing as a grim necessity, not something to glamorize. In Prater's world, the killer's identity is a badge of honor, and that challenges Dexter's self-image as a reluctant monster. Prater also represents a threat in a different way. He has dug into Dexter's history enough to possess physical reminders of Dexter's past crimes. This knowledge puts Dexter in a vulnerable position. If Prater were to reveal or exploit what he knows, Dexter's anonymity could be destroyed. If Dexter were to kill Prater without meeting the code's criteria, it would mark a dangerous turning point. It would mean Dexter has allowed his emotions, anger, disgust, and self-righteousness to override the rules that have kept him safe for years. Once that line is crossed, it becomes easier to justify future killings on weaker and weaker grounds. This was always Harry's greatest fear, that without strict boundaries, Dexter's dark passenger would consume him entirely. Prater's presence forces Dexter to walk a tightrope. The billionaire's influence is corrosive, but acting on impulse could expose Dexter or set him on a darker, less disciplined path. That restraint and the internal war it sparks is part of what makes this dynamic so fascinating. Leon Prater may not deserve a spot on Dexter's kill table, according to Harry's code, but that doesn't make him harmless. He represents a new kind of danger, one that's social, psychological, and reputational rather than physical. For Dexter, he's not a problem to be eliminated. He's a problem to be managed. And in the long run, those can be even harder to deal with than the ones that bleed. What do you think?